Here we have fun facts presenting the 1967 Chevy El Camino SS along with some of the other models from years from 1964 and perhaps up to 1987 when the El Camino was first introduced in 1959 and had a run of 1 year, 59 through 60. It was then reintroduced at 1964 through 1987, and it is definitely one of the classic muscle cars of yesteryear. And this video goes out to my late father, who drove his 1967 Chevy El Camino for as long as I remember. And Papa, this video is for you. If you're excited, let's get started now. All right, the 1964 through 1967 Chevrolet El Camino came from Chevy's part car, part truck El Camino, first produced in 1959 through 60. Chevy's entry into the intermediate field would provide the ideal setting for the revival. When Chevrolet dropped its original El Camino car-based pickup in 1960, few could have guessed that the nameplate was actually only going on hiatus. The El Camino would return for 1964 as a smaller entry based on a type of Chevrolet passenger car that was unknown in 1960. Its combination of moderate size, proven powertrains, and plentiful performance options would make the second generation El Camino a winner. The El Camino was built in the same General Motors assembly division plants that were produced Chevelles, so the full palette of colors available for Chevelles was extended to the El Camino. Wheels were body color with a small bright center cap. The Chevelle Malibu's full wheel covers and simulated wire wheels were optional. Engine choices initially included a pair of inline sixes and two versions of Chevy's 283 CID V8, or the former were the 120 bhp high thrift of the 194 cubic inch and special versions of the 230 cubic inch, with a relatively aggressive camshaft that boasted horsepower to 155 compared to the 140 when used in the full-size Chevrolet. The Chevelle 230 was also treated to a plated valve cover, air cleaner top plate, and other bright touches, and was identified as a special front fender emblems in the V8 series. The 195 bhp Turbo Fire 283 with a 2-barrel carburetor was standard, with 220 horse 4-barrel carb dual exhaust engine optional. By mid-1964, Chevrolet's 250 and 300 BPH 327 CID Turbo Fire V8s were added to the Chevelle El Camino options list. However, an exhaust manifold clearance problem reportedly delayed deliveries of the 300 horse mill until summer. Total 300 bhp Chevelle installations would come to just 1,737, including what were no doubt a very few El Caminos. In March of 1964, Chevrolet announced that the most powerful carbureted Corvette engine, the 365 bhp L76 version of the 327, would be available also for the Chevelle and the El Camino. Rumored 0 to 60 times were in the sub 6-second range. However, availability was canceled after only a few weeks. A very small number of L76 powered prototypes or pilot line vehicles may have gotten out. It's unknown if any El Caminos were among them. So if you know of any, you can comment below the video. That would be an interesting fact, a fun fact for all of our subscribers and viewers. Optional bucket seats in textured vinyl were available for customs and included a matching vinyl cover for the spare tire, which stowed with the jack behind the seat. By 1964, revised ordering information noted that the 4 Super Sport type wheel covers were included with the bucket seat option, and a console was also included when the 4-speed transmission was chosen. Price increases for the option reflected the additional equipment. In 1967, the Chevrolet El Camino, there were 10 of the 15 colors offered for the 1967 Chevrolet El Camino were new. A black vinyl roof covering available with all exterior colors was added to the option list. Chassis upgrades included a new front disc brake option, slotted rally wheels with bright trim rings, and small center caps were included. El Caminos with a standard drum brakes came with small hubcaps, but new design Chevelle wheel covers were also available. So were covers that simulated the look of wire wheels or the aftermarket magnesium wheels, then becoming the rage with the muscle car owners. With all other 1967 Chevrolets, the El Camino had the new GM key design, a 3-spoke steering wheel, and a safer energy-absorbing steering column were new. Otherwise, the interior was a little changed from 1966. The powertrain, which was much altered in a 6-cylinder models for approximately 12% of the El Camino customers who were buying them, where the 230 CID job became the new base power plant. The step-up option was now a 250 cubic inch engine, good for 155 bhp. The 2-barrel 283 remained the starting point for V8 models, but the 4-throat 283 was retired for good. After the carried over 275 horse 327, there was a new extra cost, the 325 bhp high performance 327 with an 11:1 compression ratio. The 325 bhp 396 option was continued, but a 350 horsepower version now topped the list in the place of the 1966 360 and the 375 bhp big blocks. A 3-speed turbo hydromatic transmission was now available with the 396 V8s. The close ratio 4-speed 6-shift could be paired with the 325 horse 327 or the 350 horse 396. An expanded selection of rear axle ratios was offered, including standard economy performance and special performance gear sets. Ratios range from 2.73-1 economy high axle to the 4.56 and the 4.88-1 ratios favored by drag racers and others who wanted much more torque as possible off the line. Road testers commended the handling improvements designed to the 1967 El Camino. Performance suspension components were included with larger engine options. That's a mouthful. Well, we'd like to thank you for taking the time to watch our video, and if you've come this far into the video and you'd like to give us a thumbs up, we certainly would appreciate that. It really does help our channel. If you like our channel, please subscribe. We're doing all the muscle cars. There's like over 100, if you can believe that. So we're going to do them all. We're going to do all the Porsches, Ferraris, Maseratis, and Lamborghinis, and all the supercars, the hybrid cars, the custom cars, the Autoramas, the hot rods, a little bit of everything for everybody. So thank you for taking the time out of your day. We wish you a great day. Hope to see you when we upload our next video. Take care always.